Once upon a time, there was a legendary sailor named Captain C. He was famous for his magical compass, which didn't point north, it pointed towards possibilities. Every time he turned the dial, he could see what could happen if the right conditions were met. One day, Captain C and his crew set sail for the mysterious island of possibilities, where dreams and hypotheticals took shape. But to enter, they had to speak the ancient language of the conditionnel. This wasn't just any language, it was a tense that allowed them to express what could, would, or should happen under certain conditions. As they approached the island, a giant stone gate blocked their way. Carved into the rock were these words. To unlock this gate, use the magic word C, but beware, C never works alone. We're a team. What's next, Captain?
Are we there yet?
Captain C remembered an old sailor's tale. C is powerful, but if you pair it with the wrong tense, the sea will swallow your ship. So he spoke carefully. Si nous avions assez de provisions, nous irons plus loin. The gates creaked open. C had brought the imperfect and the conditional followed. The two tenses worked together like wind and sail. But then a reckless sailor shouted, Si nous aurons du vent, nous irons plus vite. Suddenly, storm clouds formed and the sea grew wild. The island rejected them. Captain C shouted, Never use sea with the future. It anchors the island. Once they stepped onto the island, they found a wise old oracle named Madame Parfaila. She was the key to speaking the language of the conditionnel. She told them, to predict possibilities, you must take the future stem and give it my gift, my special endings, AIS, AIS, AIT, IONS, IZ, AIENT. Captain C tried it. He took the future stem of vouloir and added the endings given by Madame Parfaila. He spoke, Je voudrais voir le trésor. Nous partirions demain si le vent soufflait. The air shimmered. The conditionnel was working. Deep in the island's caves, the crew found a chest containing golden phrases. Pourriez-vous m'aider? J'aimerais une boisson. Il faudrait partir bientôt. The secret was clear. The conditionnel wasn't just about hypotheticals. It was also the key to politeness, using its softened demands, making them more respectful and elegant. With their new power, Captain C and his crew returned to the seas, using the conditionnel to navigate possibilities, politeness, and dreams. Nobody ever attacked their ship because they were always so polite and refined using the conditionnel. Now, whenever you need to express what could, would, or should happen, just remember, Si is the key to what might be, but jamais with future, you see. Pair it with imparfait, soft and wise, from which le conditionnel shall rise. For dreams, for wishes, and polite things too, this magic will always guide you true. And if you ever get lost, just think of Captain C sailing toward the island of possibilities, where the conditional tense makes anything possible if only the conditions are right.